just in the middle of enjoying this chocolate frosty. If you didn't know, Wendy's is doing a dollar frosty promotion right now, and I have a sweet tooth like a mug, and I got here early for PT. I had a little bit of time to spare, so that's why I'm over here enjoying this frosty. So y'all better go get one, but I gotta eat it because it's melting, because it's Texas and it's hot. It's Hades down here. Oh yes, I'm almost done, you guys. We're gonna talk about Love and Hip-Hop Atlanta. You know, it gave everything we expected it to give. Rasheeda is just from that generation of women where as long as these bills is paid, make sure you keep that you do under wraps. Like, for real. Like, at least give me the respect. I know that sounds funny, but at least give me the respect of hiding it. You know, like, at least give me the respect of, you know, being able to deceive myself, i.e., you are so good at coming in on time, bills being paid, still showing up for me with at least, you know, a date night a month. You know, like, that gives me the illusion of, you know, I got a good man. But when you got Kirk, a nigga that's messing up every week, you know, is getting, you know, having babies on you and stuff, you can't live in that fairy tale and that Delulu and fairy tales and fallacies, especially when you are doing it on national TV, Rasheeda. So that's why everybody is on the internet just trolling your ass, because, like, girl, at this point it's a joke and you're a joke. But let me eat this, you guys. I'll come right back because it's melting. All right, your girl is back. Just got done enjoying that frosty. Now let's get to talking, y'all. So, like I said, y'all, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Matter of fact, y'all make sure to like the video, okay? Drop down in the comments, let me know that you stopped by. And if you're new to your girl's channel, hey, appreciate you for tuning in. Drop down in the comments and let me know where you found your girl from, all right? So yeah, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Rasheeda, we gonna get into you. So I forget what we opened the show up with. Actually, was it Sierra? I think it was Sierra, her new dude. I'm so in love. I love him. He really been with me. You know, he been trying to get with me since I was, you know, big. The girl, you know, who didn't have feelings, who wasn't a millionaire. He been trying to get with me since we was kids. That's all. Like, I really do feel bad for Sierra, because that conversation that she had with her mom is just very it's just a big teller as to why she is the woman she is, and why she can't stay alone for any point in time. Is this because she's always been abandoned? She's always not been there, you know, never had anybody to, you know, have her back. Her own mother didn't have her back. Her sister's constantly coming after her. When she found out she was pregnant, her mama kicked her out, you know. So it's like she's constantly looking for somebody to be like, I know no matter what, you know, we got each other. And that's what she's sitting there telling old dude, like, oh, you know, can't nobody come between us. Y'all know what they always say. And Sierra, let me tell you something that I think a lot of women have learned. These dudes will be trying to get with you for 10 years. Like you said, ever since we was kids, and, you know, I was big, he wanted to get with me. You know, yeah, they will be trying to get with you for the longest. Get with you, and you finally let them, you know, come into your life and still wreak havoc, okay? Because that is the truth. I know there are plenty of women who are out there who thought, oh, you know, he has been hanging around for a long time, let me finally give him a chance. And then they play you for Boo Boo the Fool. But she ends up explaining to him about the situation with the mom. Y'all remember when Sierra was fighting with her sister online? Sierra, you know, she posted like a picture allegedly of, I guess it was Paris. I think that's what they said was Paris. And I'm assuming they're talking about Paris from Love and Hip Hop posted the nude of her sister. And so her sister clapped back with, oh, you know, you got STDs, you know, all this type of stuff. Just throwing all caution to the wind and talking about her sister. And then she's even more hurt because her mom decides to, like, basically co-sign it and be like, oh yeah, everything my daughter said was true. So to her, it's like, dang, why it seems like every single time there's a situation with me and my sisters, it's like she's taking shots at me. I feel like I'm catching strays with my mom. And a part of it is, I think your mom, I know it's sad to say this, but there are parents who are jealous of their kids. There are parents who almost like resentful of the fact that their kids made it, because how did you make it when I threw you out on your ass when you was pregnant, just because 9 out of 10 she called her all types of fast at tail, and too hot in your pants, all the stuff that they love to say about girls. You throw her out there, now here she is, she's on TV, making money, got, get a girl eats and yada yada. And so I think when the sisters and Sierra do get into it, there's a part of the mom that like takes the shots at Sierra because of that, Of course he advised, like, yeah, go talk to your mom and sister. But sometimes your family is they just gotta get cut off. Just like K Camp said, it ain't nothing to cut that off. Snip, snip, how? Snip, snip, how? So yeah, moving on. I think it was, what happened next? Let's just go ahead and talk about Zell and this corny ass storyline that he got going on. Point blank period, y'all. I think Zell is stuck in the realm of being himself and being what society deems is right, because constantly you're always hearing Zell say, I've always wanted to be married, I've always wanted to have kids, and he thinks because he wants those things that he's got to be bisexual. And like, you don't have to have a woman or get a woman pregnant to have a kid, Zell. You can do it and be, with a partner, with another man. But I think also remembering from what he said at what's that show called? Was it the Family Reunion? Love Hip-Hop Family Reunion. He was at the pool and he basically was like talking about like, yeah, I hang out with real niggas, I always hung around real niggas, and basically Zell could get away with, still hanging around these quote unquote real niggas because he didn't come off so effeminate, like quote unquote, or like obviously Saucy Santana. So I think in him being like that, or being around those men, he probably heard them say a lot of, homophobic stuff. I don't know why I was going to say homophobic things. So there's a part of him that's, I think, trying to not fully delve into that because he just knows what the people around him truly think about that, But nonetheless, I feel like if this was something that he did and went down to Mexico and hooked up with an old girl, I think Zell threw caution to the wind, shot the club up, and was hoping that he was going to get that girl pregnant and she was going to keep it, simply out of the fact that he's Zell swag. Simply out of the fact that, she comes to you and says, all this shit is expensive. He's like, I'll pay for it. We in this together. But it's like, she already has a child. She's like, I have to think about it because this is a serious life change, and it very much is. And it's so easy for men to just be like, I want it, because naturally y'all ain't got to do y'all, like, literally for the first 2 years of the kid's life, you ain't needed not an iota, damn, like, that baby don't even need to get a whiff of you. Like, literally, it is what they teach you in science class. It is a host relationship. I forgot what it's called, but basically, nonetheless, the mama is the host and the baby need to feed. And so the only person that they can attach to is the host, which is the mama. Which is why when babies get here, you niggas get to acting out because now you're catching your woman in a vulnerable position. But nonetheless, I think because we've been hearing Zell talk about having a baby and wanting a baby and all these things so much. First of all, too, you sitting here talking about having a baby mama reveal and you don't even know if the girl gonna keep it. Like, what kind of shit is that? That's another thing why I was confused too. Cause Zell, he's like, oh, I got excited, I was happy. You was counting the chickens before they hatched. Like, what the fuck? Like, you already had convinced yourself that that girl was gonna keep it. And I'm sitting here thinking the only reason he thought she was gonna keep it was because of, you know, what could possibly come with it. But at least this is a girl who is, you know, isn't clout hungry and is thinking about like the logistics and the reality of it. Now Jessica and Bambi, they went to the bowling alley with Santana to catch up. And Jessica's outfit was super cute. I love just a cute little tomboy Aaliyah-esque outfit. And then when they flashed to Bambi and I saw one of those, you know, illusion dresses with some point toes, I said, Bambi, look around. You do know you had a bowling alley, right? Like, I get, you know, I get it, you know, bad bitches unite, you know, but there's a time and a place that you can still be a bad, you know, in some Air Force Ones, you know, give me 2 per, I need 2 per, so I can get the stomping on your Air Force Ones. Hey, Nelly, you stomping on your Air Force Ones in jail. They making you confiscate your Air Force Ones. Okay, inmate 579-003. Shout out to Rodney. Over there got drugs and stuff over there while you over there gambling at the casino. But nonetheless, yes, baby, that dress would have been cute. What a nice little, like, you could have did like a soft, hard contrast situation. You could have put the sneakers on with that dress. Like it just made me really piss me off when she did that. But baby looks good though. But what time is it? Let me see. Let me talk about this real fast. So yeah, Jessica, her big ass, y'all, Jessica is crazy. She is off kiltered and off. That's the only word I can think of, is just off, right? She's tapped. But in all the best ways. I really do enjoy Jessica as the comedic relief. I really, really do. And so her little loudmouth talking about what, because they started talking about Zell and, you know, Saucy Santana and Chef D, and, you know, Saucy, he ain't committed to nobody no time soon. And Jessica's like, well, you know, Zell having a baby, and Baby looked at her like, bitch, like that wasn't supposed to happen. Like, you wasn't supposed to tell that man. And now he knows, and Saucy's like, man, whatever, bro. Like, Zell do not got no hoe pregnant. And they were like, yeah, he went to Mexico. That chick he went to Mexico with, they came back, was still messing around, and now she, ding dong, baby, okay? Shout out to Bernie Mac. I'm gonna have to find a clip of that so y'all know why I keep saying that. One of the best shows, the Bernie Mac shows, okay? Shout out to Bernie. But yeah, so he tells Saucy, and they like, girl, come over to the baby mama reveal. And so now he's like, man, Zell, it's so crazy that Zell talking about he got a baby when this man steady talking about he still want me. Like, you still want me, and you think you finna go back to go over there and do a little family and a baby. You know, I'm gonna snatch him right back. And so Saucy revealed right there to me, you one of those people that I don't want him, but I don't want nobody else to have him type shit. There's nothing more annoying than that, because when I go off and live my life, you block Zell, right? But now you hear he got a baby mama, and then it's like, let me go get him right back. And you playing with his emotions. And Zell, you doing it with him, because when you sat down with Saucy, you clearly went in there with intention, which I'll get into after PT. So I'll be back, you guys. Hey, go ahead then, Brandy. All right, y'all. As you can see, your girl's back. Just got done with PT. And we are going to get right back at it, y'all, talking about Love and Hip Hop. Hold on, let me fix this. Y'all, I finally got me a new car mount for my phone. And so far, so good. So far, so good. It ain't, you know, falling, shaking. For all those of you who've been watching my channel, you know, every time I hit that goddamn turn, what that's doing, falling on down. I ain't got time for that, okay? But let's go ahead and get back to it. Let's not waste no time. So I just got done talking about Jessica, Bambi. They were out with Saucy Santana. Zell, I really feel like Zell is stuck in wanting a family and feeling like he has to do it, you know, with a woman. When Zell, you can create a family. You know, you can still be in a relationship with some bussy and still have kids, okay? But yeah, he ends up going to talk to Saucy Santana, to which I'm going to get to the fact where Saucy Santana, you play games, and Zell, you play games with your own feelings, because you went to Saucy Santana, girl that got you blocked, ain't worried about you, and you talking about he don't care. Of course he don't care. Did that block, when you looked up his page, did that block, or you can't comment, or you can't like, did that not let you know enough that he don't with you? You could tell Zell, I mean, I hate to say it, but like Saucy kind of said it in a, I just think he's bored and depressed or desperate. Like, we really got to teach people to stop looking for, you know, happiness outside of ourselves, you know, and that affects any community, LGBT, heterosexual, pan, whatever, you know, that is a level of, come on, car, I can go. See, y'all see how I pull it out there in this deal file? But I tell you, great purchase. Go ahead then, Timu. But yeah, you guys, Zell ends up telling Saucy, and Saucy's basically looking at him like, so what you gonna do? Like, what you mean? And he crying. I feel like Zell started crying because he wanted sympathy from Saucy. He thought, well, oh, I can't rub the fact that I, you know, got a baby mama, I'm gonna make this life for myself in his face. Then I'm gonna have to try to make him, you know, feel bad for me, to see if maybe, just maybe, he got feelings for me. Because if he at least offers some sympathy, then I can convince myself that that means he still cares. And Zell didn't get that, and so Zell got his feelings hurt when you sit there and talk about, oh, see, this man don't care. I don't even know why I expected him to try to like say something nice. You know, you mad, you just jealous. And it's like, jealousy ain't got to be the reason why people, you know, say stuff about you. It's not jealousy. Sometimes people just be telling you about yourself and you don't like what you're hearing. Like, that's a lot of people's problem, is they don't like hearing, you know, they downfalls. And especially hearing something that they know deep down they're ignoring, you know, people, because that's what Saucy said. Saucy, like, the first thing I thought of, like, was it when, you know, the girls told me that Saucy was having a baby, was like, did he think this through? Like, because like everybody I know around him, you know, think he gay. He don't, any, you know, inkling of like he like women. He's like all up in his phone. It ain't nothing but booty hole and zick, right? It ain't nothing but booty hole brown. Like, no titties, no ass, no nothing. So like, Zell, that does say a lot. Your Instagram nothing but niggas. So like, there's some reality in that, Zell. Like, you have to look at that. But yeah, he got his feelings hurt trying to garner sympathy from Saucy Santana, and Saucy don't give a damn about you. I don't know how that hasn't made sense to you yet, Zell. And I know it sucks, it hurts, because a lot of people, they stay in relationships, you know, because they care, and they think the reason that the other person stayed in a relationship with them is because they care too. Oh, if you cared for me at once upon a time, no, I cared about what I could get out of you. And so a lot of people just be so pissed off at themselves, because it's like, wow, like, you really don't even care. And it's like, yeah, there's people out here who really don't give a fuck about you, and that is a hard life that you, or a hard reality that you learn the older you get. But nonetheless, moving on, let me roll these up so y'all can hear me. Damn, I need to move over. Oop, thank you. Alright, I'm back. So next we have Sierra talking to her mom. Y'all, Sierra's mama came in, you know, I guess she's doing better. Y'all remember she was having surgery last season. She had like situations going on with her kidney from all that liquor she was drinking. probably drinking all types of Moet, Alizé, Hennessy, Paul Masson, you know, E&J mixed up with Red Bull and Benadryl and cough syrup. Like, they tell her, girl, your liver is spotted, okay? But the fact that her mama's still here, y'all, you know, that's blessings. But it still ain't gonna change the fact that mama out here, you know, treating her daughter like trash. Like, that's just the truth. Sierra, you know, addresses her mom at the beauty shop about everything that happened, and she looked at her mama like, you know, we could go back and forth all day about who started this, but like look at me and really say to me, like, what she said was true. Like, was everything she said about me true? And she was like, well, y'all both was lying. You know, anytime somebody don't answer the question, it's because they don't have the truth in them. And so it's well, y'all both were. And so Sierra in that moment, I think, was just looking for just like, damn, a little bit of acknowledgement. And she's like, it's really bringing up some stuff in me, because it's like, here you go, y'all. We almost had it, y'all. We almost had it. Oh, it's not because it's because I don't have the thing loosened. I think that's what it is, y'all. It's a user error. That's it. That's take two. All right, y'all, back. Finishing up Sierra. Yeah, she is basically letting her mom have it about all the ways she felt neglected by her. It was, you know, I used to watch you get your ass beat, you know, thinking, I know that has to be a different level of anger as a child. And it really is unfortunate to think about, like, how many kids, we sit here and have this discussion about men being in the house and necessary for the, you know, the foundation. A two-parent household is better for these kids, when all the while we got a lot of these kids witnessing the same that Sierra did, watching their mama get their ass beat, you know, knocked between the head washer and the dryer, simply for the fact that either she was financially dependent on him, or, you know, she didn't have the support to leave, or, you know, she didn't want to be homeless, and, you know, the whole, even just being indebted to men, because unfortunately it's a lot of pick-me women out there where it's more important to be indebted and pleasing a man than it is to pleasing their kids. And the reason I know that is because Google how many parents trick their kids out. I know y'all heard the story of that mama who went to jail because she allowed her boyfriend to her daughter. And to think that women be out there that desperate on some Tyler Perry, you know, family reunion type like, you put me in the tub. You will admit what you did to me. And you're gonna tell her. Alrighty. If you know what it is, drop down in the comments. If you know, you know. So yeah, you know, there are women out there that desperate for a nigga, right? And so, you know, her mom, I'm sure, being an alcoholic, drunk, whatever, that typically, you know, is combined in a relationship, because it's like a part of the cycle of, you know, getting and fighting and, you know, doing drugs and getting drunk together. It's all a part of it. And so then on top of that, it's like, not only do you fail me about the relationship, but when I come to you, tell you I'm pregnant, you kick me out the house, you know, you let my sisters come after me. And it always seems like in a situation when it is between Sarah and her sisters, the mom's version of reconciling is coming after Sierra first and just being like, I said it because I was angry. I only said one thing, as the mama was like, you know, the typical, I was just angry. I only said one thing. And then when Sierra, you know, was pouring her heart out, the mom is sitting there like, I'm not going to let you paint me to be a bad parent. Well, you know, the parents who love to pull the, you know, nobody's a perfect parent, you know, those parents, here's what y'all need to realize. Nobody's asking y'all to be perfect parents. We know that doesn't exist. What we're asking y'all to be is reflective parents. Reflective in the fact that in the moment when you are wrong, acknowledging it and then implementing the behavior to change and, you know, navigate how you can do better in the future. Nobody's asking y'all to be perfect parents, but god dang it, when you do something wrong, regardless of it being your child calling you out, take your ego out of it, because if you truly want to be a good parent, you'll listen to your child, because they'll tell you how you can parent them, right? How you can be a better parent to them. Your kid literally will tell you, but you gotta listen. And we know, especially in black folks' home, listening to children is like on the bottom of the agenda. But, you know, mama basically left, told me, I'm not gonna let you beat up on me and tell me I'm a bad parent. Okay. So y'all, Jasmine and Erica Banks, baby hair Banks, okay, they went to the wine club and basically, you know, shoot the shits. And Erica wanted to basically check up on her after Yandy ransacked Jasmine in the event, basically talking about, you need to reach Rasheeda, you need to talk to Rasheeda, it's your job because she's the one nurturing your child, all that type of bullshit. And see, that's really the crazy part is, because it's like Jasmine said, Rasheeda ain't took no interest in my son until 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I finally talked to this woman, which is giving what I really think it was. Rasheeda and Kirk, y'all been coasting for a hot minute on Love and Hip Hop. And so we're seeing on reality TV, they try to do somewhat of getting back to people actually, you know, telling their story. And Kirk and Rasheeda, I get it, you know, y'all are OGs, y'all are kind of grandfathered in, but at the end of the day, like, y'all stories has been very much bland and made up for the past 2 years. So this year they knew they had to give something. I feel like they brought Jasmine on with the intention of just giving a little yang, like, oh, you know, we're co-parenting now, and everything's gonna go well from there, and we're just, you know, like I said, co-parenting. But Rasheeda don't even want to talk to Jasmine. Y'all trying to blast Jasmine for defects, which is given, y'all trying to make her look like a bad mama. But then Kirk does his BS with the, oh, you know, don't come to your door naked. And so I peeped it the minute that Kirk did that. I was like, oh, you can go back and watch. I literally said, I was like, he brought her on here to try to paint her as the one, you know, that's seducing him basically. And it was, I'm sure, for the sake of, he knew when she blew up that it was going to be easier for her to be painted as the, you know, the side chick, you know, that want to mess with a married man that can't leave a husband alone, instead of, oh, she want to seduce you when you go to pick up your son. How about tell her to send her son, he old enough, tell him to walk his ass to the car. How about you don't go to the door, Kirk? Don't nobody believe none of the shit you saying, not even you. Rasheeda don't. But everybody was just on Jasmine, and so that's why Erica was like, I ain't with everybody else. You know, I get it. They probably talking because they got loyalty to Rasheeda, which you can tell a lot of the girls are just speaking out of loyalty to Rasheeda. I don't know how those know that Jasmine ain't lying. No woman benefits from talking about how she's a married man. Okay? So there's no benefit to this for her. But at the end of the day, it's like Kirk is responsible for this mess. And so Erica basically invites her to go talk to Rasheeda. Everybody keeps telling her, talk to Rasheeda. And Jasmine's like, I don't with her. So Jock Spice in the studio, long story short, y'all know she's trying to do this album. And you know, she's asking Jock about his life because he said a little verse in there talking about I just have to tell you lies because you're gonna lie to yourself anyway, or some shit like that. And I mean, it is true, boy. Like they say that, like, you ain't gotta lie to him when she lied to herself. And so Spice basically was like, Jock, like, what's going on in your life? Like, what's popping? And he speaks of the whole Kendra mess. And he's like, you know, when we first got together, she didn't want my baby. He was like, people don't even know, the week before I went out, we took our break, she said she didn't want to have a baby with me. And so, you know, that made me like go out there, and then I had Gianna, and then, you know, and so it's giving real, like, in his mind, he's justifying going out and sleeping with that woman because Kendra told him some life-shattering information. I don't want to have a baby with you. First of all, Jock, let's be real. You don't even want another baby. You didn't want another baby. But the fact that a woman told you she didn't want your baby is what's got you, you know, all of her in your chest. Because, first of all, I'm Jock. And secondly, you know, a baby isn't necessarily a thing for me. You know, it's different when, especially it's a single older woman, you know, shout out to Cam Newton, when it's a single older woman, or not single, but you know, Kendra don't have no kids, is what I'm trying to say. Like, there definitely is a little bit of ego that gets hurt in that. But John, it doesn't justify you going out. I see what he's trying to do. In his mind, he's explaining where his mental is at and why he did that shit. But John, you being like, she don't want to have a baby with me, so I'm gonna have a baby with somebody else. Now, Kendra, you would see her and be like, everybody else can get a baby by Jock, but me. And it's like, you want to join that mess? Is that what you're telling me, Kendra? And then Kendra worried about, Jock's worried about her putting her eggs up for another nigga. I mean, would she be not smart too? I mean, I feel like it'd be smart for Kendra to do that, because I feel like both of them know this marriage isn't gonna work, but nobody wants to be the first one to pull the plug. Both of them are taking the precautions of this marriage not working, because it's not. Let's read the stats. It's not gonna work, but neither of them want to pull the trigger. But yeah, so Kendra need to stop, like I told y'all last time, stop doing all that motherfucking yelling, because she gonna bust the throat chakra. So last but not least, Jasmine shows up to Rasheeda and Kirk's party, and Mama D showed up. See, I see what Rasheeda did. See, Rasheeda, she sent her mama over there to talk with Mama D, because Rasheeda didn't want to be the one to like go over and have to look up, you know, she didn't want to be the wife to entertain it. And she said, I'm not going to join this circus, right? So I'm going to send my mama to go over there and talk to Mama D and get the 411 so my mama can come and tell me, you know, let me know, do I need to back the car out so she can run over another dirt bike, okay? But Mama D told her mama, like, she told me, but I didn't get no receipts. And she's like, how you ain't getting no receipts? And Mama D basically said, damn them receipts. I was going to say it anyways, because they came after my son Scrappy and didn't defend him when all that shit happened with Bambi. And it's like, Mama D, I mean, I appreciate her honesty. I really, really do. Like, bitch, I came here to start the shit, okay? And that's what Mama D did. When she walked away from her Rasheeda mama, Charlene, Cherie, whatever, she was stomping, and she grabbed her cup, okay? And she was walking. She got up to Erica and Carly and started shit up some more. She said, I'm coming around this party, start some shit, fuck shit up and leave, okay? And she went over there by Carly and Jasmine. They all tell her, like, talk Rasheeda. Carly goes over to Jasmine, like, girl, let me see the receipts again. Get the picture. Then Carly's like, let me do what I do best, okay? This is a tag team moment with Mama D, the two messy whores, okay? And they go over there and Rasheeda act like she don't want to look. And so Spice looks and she see that there's, you know, blacked out words. And so she's like, well, it's blacked out. Like, you know, I couldn't see nothing. It's blacked out. Kirk, do you have the messages? Do you have the messages, Kirk? Now Rasheeda would be like, yeah, show us the messages, Kirk. This nigga couldn't even get out a full sentence. He said, oh man, you know, well, I said, what? You ain't got no defense today? Like, he had nothing literally to say. It was just, man, I don't know if I mean, well, and at that moment, he knew he was up, all right? And then that's where the episode ended. So yeah, you guys, y'all tell me what you feel about this episode, the season so far. Do you think Jasmine should be the one to talk to Rasheeda? Do you feel like, I really do think Jasmine did not want to do this. I really do. I think she wanted to come on, get her check, show up for a little yang yang yang, and that shit with Kirk, she got triggered because she did get, you know, beat up. I mean, Kirk got his lashings too, but it's always gonna be the side bitch's fault, period. You know, and so I think she's prepared for Kirk to try to run that shit up again. And she's like, gotta be quicker than that. And Rasheeda know her husband. Rasheeda know her husband. She know her husband. That's why she ain't in a rush to look, because I don't need the validation from somebody I already know. Because once I do get confirmation, I'm gonna look stupid as fuck again when I decide to stay. Rasheeda, you literally just tell people you and Kirk got an arrangement. It's okay, baby. Women, y'all make yourself look even worse when you sit there trying to do the I'm mad, don't treat me this way, I deserve better, to go back. It's one thing to cheat. It's another thing to do, you know, cheat and have a baby. It's another thing to, you know, stop me from pursuing music. And it's another thing to, you know, have a baby. Like, right? It's just like all of those things. Rasheeda, it's okay. It's okay. I promise you'll look less stupid than what you do now. And then to tell everybody, Kirk can do what he do. I just try to tell that nigga to keep it, you know, under wraps. All right? Do like your great grandfather and know how to keep that bitch on the other side of the tracks. Okay? So yeah, you guys, y'all tell me what you feel about Love and Hip Hop. I really appreciate you for tuning in. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I will catch you hoes later. Deuces.